Heyo everybody and welcome back to more DRG. Today, we're actually going to be doing the Bullet Hell Micro Flechettes video. It got consumed by the Firenade video. If you want to go see that, you can go see that. But in that video, I showed off also this. I didn't expect the Firenade to completely steal the show, but we are here now where I have to actually do this. This is not going to be fun. We're going to be doing a short mission, or what I want to be short, but I don't know what it's going to be. All that I know is that I'm going to be suffering throughout the entire thing. Alright, so I have picked a 500 Morkite mission as my quote-unquote short mission. This should be absolutely and unequivocally horrible. So, the first thing that I have to talk about is Bullet Hell. What is the biggest problem with Bullet Hell with no mods? The biggest problem with Bullet Hell with no mods is the fact that it exists, the fact that it doesn't have any accuracy. So if I want it to actually do something, I have to pretty much get up in the face of a bug and spray and pray into it. If there is Mactera, if there is, I think it's mostly just flying mobs are the biggest problem with it. Because you'll just be shooting at the flying mob is... Listen, man, I don't make the rules, and I don't remember what the freaking Rickroll song is called. Alright, let's be honest. All that I know is that there was a bunch of Macteras, and I was just talking about Macteras, and it is... Flying enemies are some of the worst enemies that you can face with Bullet Hell with no accuracy. In fact, they're probably just some of the worst enemies that you can face, regardless of having accuracy or not, because you won't be able to deal with them at all, because you do less damage, and also you don't do damage. It is a wonderful time to be alive. So, some news in my life. As I said in the last video, which is the, I believe it was the video that's called Overlooked for 2 years, or I overlooked this GK overclock for 2 years, I talked about how the cat in this house named Mister, he's a male cat, he's gray, he literally looks like any cat doing like the skit cats where they're all gray and they like fold back their ears and look really cute. Yeah, he's almost exactly like one of those cats. But there was a problem. I thought he was just constipated or something like that. Turns out he wasn't. Why do we have to have both Trijaws? Oh my god, okay. Well, I guess we are. You know what, just enjoy having Bullet Hell. I'm gonna have to throw the shield. I'm gonna have to throw the shield, and I thought about, that is a lot of that. Can we take care of these fucking Trijaws and all that? Like, get out of here. They have a timed 3 weak point, and I am doing... Wonderful. This is... I don't have stuns, so I can't really, like, stay and fight them all too well. In fact, I'm getting stuck on perfectly normal things to not get stuck on. No, toss the fucking shield. Okay. That's also not what I wanted to get, bro. Okay. I need to go this way, and by I need to go this way, I mean, I think I'm fucked. Don't do it. This is not where I want to be. This is exactly the opposite of where I want to be at any point in time. Okay, well, what's the, there's bugs coming this way, too. In fact, there is a... get me out of here. Get me the hell out of here. Okay, well, you definitely tried to get me out of here. The problem is that you failed to get me out of here. Just toss one of these right there. It got hit by a fucking Mactera, dude. That I am out. Dude, I don't know how I lived that. simply have no idea. Hi. Can you... I don't have stun. Oh, that's a fucking spitballer. I mean... Get me out of here! Simply fucking get me the hell out of here, dude. There's, like, no place like home. I don't stun. I don't do anything. I should have done a 4-egg mission. I should have done a 4-egg mission. Oh my god, there's slashers behind me. No. This is going fantastically. Can you not bounce me? Thank you. Oh my god, I'm dead. Oh, I should have called a resupply. Shouldn't I? First time for everything, huh? Okay, boss, go give me like that. And then I will desperately try and kill bugs. Why did I take the lead bursters? Because lead bursters are at minimum okay. And you know what this build is? This build is not at minimum okay. This build is at minimum kind of garbage. I don't know what my solution for... It's a nitro bug. It's a nitro bug. That's a nitro bug. Oh my god, it's a nitro bug. Okay. Just, like... We'll call down a resupply here. Alright, it'll be fine. I'm not out of vision of that guy. I put my hands up on my head being like, this shit sucks, the big one. And I think I was correct in pretty much everything. Alright, we're gonna grab 2 resupplies here because you might as well grab 2 resupplies. And by 2 resupplies, I mean... Oh. Okay, what was I talking about? I was talking about a cat named Mister who had some health problems here recently. And what were the health problems? Well, he had a urinary blockage, which, if you don't know anything about cats, just know that a urinary blockage for cats is a fairly major problem, because you have to, like, take them to the vet within a day or 2, or else they have a risk of not being existing anymore. So, that was horrifying for Mister, and he's been at the vet ever since. It's been like 2 days now. They're keeping him overnight just to make sure he's A-okay, and yeah, he'll be fine. Pepper, on the other hand, is having problems. Is 100% having problems because her best friend is no longer here, and she is super sad about it. I'm sorry, and also not really best friend, more like the object that torments her and she torments him. Cats are weird, dude. Dude, I pull out the shells like this, the micro flechettes, I almost called it mini shells, just expecting it to be my DPS option, and I literally think it is basically useless to pull out. You will be... That's a spitball. You're basically better off pulling out anything else than the micro flechettes for doing damage. I don't even know how much damage they do, dude. Anyway, that happened, and he'll be completely and utterly fine at the very end of days. Dude, I can barely kill... Is that a wave coming in, or is that, like, me losing? No, that's exactly a wave. And for once, I mean, I was about to say, for once I don't feel pressured in killing a wave, but, you know, that very quickly turned around and mostly meant nothing. There's an How am I gonna kill the oppressor, dude? I'm gonna stare at it lovingly until it eventually, like, finds compassion in its heart to leave me the hell alone? Ugh. I like how that menace that has been terrorizing me for a while has just... It's still alive. It's certainly here. I don't know why it's still alive, but it's certainly alive. It's been... I don't know. It'll probably be until the next swarm. Until it dies. Like, legitimately. Okay, well, I have no idea where we are. Like, very simply, I have no idea where we are and where we will be running off to. But we can call down a resupply here and get that resupply. We can also start grabbing some nitra for some floodlights. That was fucking Bosco. I thought that was a menace that, like, wandered itself into me. Alright. Where the hell will we be running off to? I hope that menace is missing me. I'm so glad that menace lived until that one point. Oh, I forgot how loud this game is as well with this overclock. I don't know. Oh my god. I don't know why. I don't know why, for whatever reason, the ricochet sound that they put in, because it didn't used to exist in the game, is decidedly, like, insanely loud. Okay, well, we're tossing a shield. And... You know what? Good enough. I was trying to stick it on the wall next to them. I should have just thrown it up on the roof, and it would have absolutely murdered the hell out of everything. Also, I am sticking here because there is red sugar literally everywhere, and if I need a quick getaway, there is a hole that I can fall down into. So we should be. I need to not be here anymore. I need to let my thing cool down is what I do need to. That is another problem. Bullet hell doesn't kill enemies in 9 seconds. Is that a freaking... It doesn't kill enemies in 9 seconds, so it will just overheat. Because if you don't know how minigun overheat mechanics work, basically, it is... You can fire for 9 seconds without any modifications to, like, change that. No, what is it? Cold as the Grave, or I think it's just Cold as the Grave that changes how long you can fire for, and, you know, certain overclocks as well, but, you know, base minigun. And that's it. That is how... Just toss this. Just hope to God the lead burster can deal with all of the bugs at once. And the answer is, I'm out of ammo. What a wonderful time. And it will overheat for 10 seconds at base. Of course, you can change it with aggressive venting, which will change it to 5 seconds, which is very good. Thank you, Molly. I'm so glad that you pushed me away. Hey, Bosco? Where the fuck is... I literally pinged the septic spreader, and Bosco's just off in the corner of the map, not even giving a shit about it. What? Bosco, are you certain you're okay, dude? Probably not. He's probably absolutely not okay. I mean, he has to deal with my dumbass, so, you know, going well. So, the main problem with micro flechettes is it does actually just have your damage. It doesn't actually have your damage, it's, you know, it's almost have your damage, but that is if you take both damage upgrades. Because per damage upgrade, you actually get 1.5 extra damage over half damage. That's an entire 3 extra damage over half damage. That's entirely worth it for half DPS and all that. Dude, I am not doing the secondary objective. You cannot pull my teeth enough to make me do this secondary objective. It is inconceivable, alright? When's the last time you watched Princess Bride, huh? The last time I watched Princess Bride was probably a few months ago. I'm just going to assume it's a few months ago. But you know what I have watched recently? I watched a film called Aeon Flux. And Aeon Flux is one of these early 2000, like, female protagonist CGI films. It is dog water, to say the least. Absolutely and completely dog water. Now, the problem with Aeon Flux is that it is about, like, it's about a change of society. There's a plague going around that changes people into vampires or whatever the hell. And, like, Okay, sure. Who cares about any of that? The main takeaway that I have with it is the very end of the movie where they turn off all the lights and give the main character and the main bad guy flaming swords, and all that you can see is the flaming swords whooshing around in the darkness. And you might think, wow, that's a cool scene. Unfortunately, the director proceeded to shoot himself in the eyeballs, not being able to see very well, and just like pan out the shot so much that you can't even tell what the hell's happening. Fantastic film from that. And the second part of it is I also watched another film. Wait, no, hold up. God damn it. Spoiler alert. It's not called Aeon Flux. It was called Ultraviolet is the movie that I'm freaking talking about. So, the other film that I was about to reference is called Aeon Flux. In my brain, they both get cross-wired so much that I don't remember which one is which. Alright, Ultraviolet's the one with vampires, alright? And Aeon Flux is like a government regime with the main takeaway from it is they are controlling the population with cloning and something, and the main antagonist is actually a line of main antagonists who just keep cloning himself and keep being the dictator of the world or whatever. And then there's that one chick with hands for feet. Gives a mad... No, stop that. And they both blend together in this perfect maelstrom of, I don't remember what the main protagonist of each movie looks like. I just assume that the main protagonist from not Aeon Flux, Ultraviolet, they both look exactly the same to me. And they probably absolutely don't. They probably look somewhat different. No idea. Why was I suddenly reminded of Aeon Flux? Oh, I watched Equilibrium recently, which is also one of these, like, action flicks in a dystopian world and all that. What is Equilibrium? Well, it's a Christian Bale film, so it's already at minimum okay. That is not hitting any of the bugs, so I should do that, and that should kill all the bugs. Unfortunately, it absolutely did not kill any of the bugs. I still have a fucking Brundle. Dude. High HP bugs, absolutely, like, killing me here. You're killing me, Smalls. It's a Christian Bale movie, which at minimum means it's good. Unfortunately, it's, like, it's a not good movie, but it wraps around to being a fantastic movie because, A, it's like, oh yes, we are not allowed to smile and all that, and then, like, he's a cop, and his partner is showing so much emotion because Equilibrium is like, oh, you can't... Human emotion basically has been outlawed from everywhere all at once. That's a fucking bulk. Oh my god, how am I dealing with that? Well, very simply, I need to figure out where the hell it is and just, you know what, just assume it's right there and kill it. This is what I get for running stealth bulk. I saw the ash in the air, and I didn't know where it was. Absolutely zero. Anyway, it basically devolves into a... So, my driver's ed teacher, my current events teacher, and all of that, talked about we got him on a tangent. That man, like, literally went on tangents every day, and you could avoid taking any of his class by getting him on a tangent. And one of the tangents that we got him on for one day was Equilibrium, because he was talking about the society and how it was actually really interesting about not being able to show emotions and, you know, dictatorship and all that. And then he's like, yeah, I was super invested into this movie, dude. And then the halfway mark pulled up, and it just devolved into the main character, like, rebelling against the system and absolutely murdering the hell out of the dictatorship. Like, there's only one way that movie can go. You show a dictatorship with the main protagonist being Christian Bale. There is literally only one way that's going, and that is Christian Bale's going to bail all over the place. He's gonna morb, dude. And it's... it shows off gun kata in such a ridiculous way. And one of my favorite scenes of the movie is Christian Bale's like, I need to reload my pistols. And then from his jacket sleeve, just more magazines pop out. It's such a stupid movie, but I love it, dude. It was made in, I think, 1999. It was one of those movies. So it's right around Aeon Flux and Ultraviolet time, because Ultraviolet and Aeon Flux, I think, were both early 2000s action flicks where they're, like, leaning into the heavy, heavy CGI. I'm surprised that when talking about these action flicks, like Aeon Flux, Equilibrium, and they're, like, riding on the coattails of Matrix is what they're doing. But that's not the point. What I'm surprised about is Repo, a genetic opera, also doesn't get mixed up in all of that. But that's just because Repo, a genetic opera, has... Dude, I have to find 30 more of these little bastards. You know, if I didn't have, like, a billion resupplies, I would absolutely be getting the hell out of here. But because I do, I don't feel fear. Yeah, this sub-objective of collecting these eggs, it can actually go suck on my nards, dude. This shit sucks so much. But, you know, Repo Genetic Opera is it's a film, that's for sure. It is 100% a film that I have watched. Do I think it's a good film? I think it has fantastic, like, some fantastic songs. And I think I need to watch it again to actually remember any of the songs, because I have completely forgotten what is it, it's Xylotech or whatever? I don't remember. Comes in a little blue pill. Little blue pill? Yeah, a little blue container or whatever. I don't... I need out. We're gonna call down a resupply and get grabbed by a leech. Okay, I'm gonna, like... I need the leech to be dead right now. I was just about to say, hey, Bosco, can you look for leeches? And... absolutely got grabbed by one. Alright. We killed a Mactera with that shit? Oh my god. We killed a Mactera with a resupply pod. A Trijaw, nonetheless. Dude, how many people can say that they've killed a Trijaw with a resupply pod, dude? Why did you just spawn in my face? Oh, there's a Warden. Bosco, do you have a... Thank you, Bosco. Dude, this is with ×3 damage. That's how much damage this shit does. I don't have a thing. I need to get over to the resupply to grab a resupply. This... Oh my god. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. Don't worry about anything that's happening. Don't worry about the man behind the mask or whatever. Dude, I feel like the Joker anytime I play with these stupid builds. Like, actually just... He's out of rockets. I just tried to rocket the swarm, dude. Bosco is my savior. Or at least is trying... Don't dare do it. Okay, let's get into this hallway. So that way the ceiling is lower. And we can do that. And hopefully that just takes out most of the glyphids. I know that's not gonna do it, but, you know, a boy can dream, dude. How much damage have I done to you? Not a lot. I just got done dealing with the Oppressor combo with the Praetorian. I just got done dealing with that. Why do you have to curse me? Game, oh my god, they're coming in. Just toss that there and hope that just kills everything. That is not doing the things that I want. I am actually out of, no, I don't want to go down there. Absolutely 0% want to go down there. Unfortunately, I have to deal with the warden, like, face value warden. Bosco, can you take care of the warden that happens to be frozen, please? Like, he's not dead. He's close. Thank you, Bosco. You know what I'm amazed by? This mission went well because of that nitro loop bug, which, you know, I'm happy that missions will go well if I have ammo, alright? The way that I don't like missions going well is if there's exploders. So I'm glad that this mission is going so well because despite the fact that there's no exploders on this mission, we need 11 more eggs. So at minimum, 11 pickups. Because for some reason they could be in pairs of 1, dude. There's a wave coming after me. I have 6 eggs, which means we need 5 more eggs. What a fantastic you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna call down an auto sentry. I don't care. I'll do it. I want some... I want some... I have faced so many swarms by myself. I want some companionship for these dark times, dude. Some heavy lovin', more than 300 or 200 pounds worth of gun, alright? It is now shooting at things, dude. It is taking care of bugs. This is what I want in my life. Okay. For the first time in my life, I'm feeling good about things. Dude, look at it melt the Praetorian. Oh, that's beautiful. Now, kill that guy as well. It's too far away. Alright, and we also have a wave to deal with. That is about not good. I'm actually going to call down a Bloodlight as well. Like, we can start being able to see things. Alright, well, here's the way... Oh my god. Dude, I might have to throw a shield. Actually, just bring everything to this guy, alright? He'll deal with everything, at least until he overheats, you know. Why is there so many? Trijaws, Macteras, and all that. This is like the ass end of the mission, dude. How many do I still need? I need 5 more. God bless. I really hope I can find that 5 more. It is been a trials and tribulation. Oh, good. He's... Just throw this at him. And repair him. I know that you are going to get lit on fire, but it should be fine. As long as he has ammo, we'll live here. I feel like I can actually defend an area with this build instead of having to... I overheated. Hey man, I'm like an auto sentry as well, only I might have damage. So something that has also come out in recent times is Vecna from Stranger Things has come out in Dead by Daylight. And the more that I look at the newer and newer killers, the more that I look at Wraith, whose power is very simply, I cloak, and just, why can't they design a simple killer anymore? Because the last simple killer that they made, God, I don't even know what's the last simple killer that they made, because maybe Ghostface? Pyramid Head? No, Pyramid Head, like, Ghostface? You have a stealth mechanic, you have a exposed mechanic, and that's pretty much it. Dude, I don't know. Alright, I genuinely have no idea what's the last simple killer that they have made in Dead by Daylight. But it's definitely like, oh, you have a right-click that does damage, it places a token on a survivor, that survivor now has, you can do, progresses a state, it does X amount of things, and then when that state goes all the way through, you get overpowered, and, like, just, that's so much fucking shit, dude. I'm glad that I went away from Dead by Daylight whenever I did, because the last killer that released, whenever I stopped playing Dead by Daylight, was Pyramid Head. I stopped playing right around Pyramid Head, and then I never played Blight, and though anything further than that. Do I regret my decision to stop playing Dead by Daylight? Every once in a while, I want to go back and start playing Dead by Daylight, and then I look at what's been happening in the community, and what's been happening with Behavior Studios, and I do not regret never coming back. Absolutely zero. Please be 3. That's 2, dude. Please. Okay, we are good to get going. Oh my god. How long is this mission? It's been 36 minutes. It feels like forever, dude. Into the future. The wheel keeps spinning into the future, or whatever the hell. Whatever that, That is the worst time to run out of ammo. Absolutely wasn't even keeping track of my ammo. Okay, let's quickly deal with these bugs. And while we are dealing with these bugs, let's call the freaking drop pod in. Okay. Stick all of my things in there. Hit this button. You have to throw a shield. I can't believe it. Alright, and then do this. And then... where are we going? Like, what's the consensus on how the hell to get out of here? I think the consensus on how the hell to get out of here is not this way. So you know what? Let's walk back here. Don't get hit by any of the slashers or anything like that. Thank you. Kill the hell out of this warden and follow Molly. Where's Molly going? I don't have a thing. We are going this way, apparently. We're going up there. Okay, well, I have to throw a shield. Okay, well, that's not good. Just stun all of them. Yeah, you know, that works out for me. Oh my god. Well... there's a gun here, at least. This went... honestly, this went a lot better than I expected. I expected to be... you know, for the third try of this to be absolutely garbage. And by third try, I mean getting to the third try, is what it is. This is the first try of this mission, which has been... oh my god. Alright. Well, that was, trial and a tribulation. In any case, you all have a wonderful night, and I hope to see you all again.